Rogan wins an award. Joe Rogan wins the award of Matchmaker of the Week. So here's what Joe Rogan said. He said, I want to see Conor McGregor versus Nick Diaz. And as soon as he said it, my feathers went up. And I go, well, yeah, so do I. Who doesn't? Built-in storyline. Do you remember Dana White after Nate Diaz had beat Conor the first time? There was no talk of a rematch. There was no rumor of that. None of us speculated on it. We just had that dropped on us one day. Boom, they're going to rematch. Dana White was talking about Nate versus Robbie Lawler. And he was talking about that with the storyline that Nick had beaten Robbie Lawler way back when, 2003, 2004, whenever they had fought. So he kind of liked that. Well, one brother tried, let's do the other brother. And that was when the brother had success. Imagine if the brother, in this case, Nate, came up short. Now you throw big brother. I love it. I think it's very interesting. I hadn't considered it. I don't think that's a direction they will go. But Dana said that they're not going to go with Nate versus Conor, which is a little bit of a surprise. I can't think of a bigger fight. I can't think of a fight that people would rather see. Even the people that go, I don't really need to see that a third time. And there's plenty of that out there. We've seen these guys fight for well over a half hour now, combined. But when you face those same naysayers with the question, name a fight you'd rather see, they kind of end up stumped and go, okay, you've got me there. Ronda Hawley. I just had this conversation. I just had it out in the hallway before I came into the show with my buddy Joel. And he was kind of stuck, and he goes, well, Ronda Hawley. Like, okay, I'll see that. I also find the quasi-announcement that Dana made the other day about Rumble Johnson versus John Jones. I also find that very interesting. But you got to search, right? You got to search. You guys are all doing it right now. You're thinking, well, yeah, what fight would I rather see? And it might be Nick versus Conor. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. But if we're just having fun, I don't think the realisticness is there. I think you just have to do something with Conor that involves a belt. Don't forget, he is the world champion at 145. Pedinaris, Jose Aldo's coach, came out and said, hey, we're not sure. We're not sure. Conor's not sure. We don't know that this fight's next. If Conor returns to the division, yes, his opponent is Jose Aldo. That's done. But we don't know that he's going to return to the division. And we heard from Eddie Alvarez right here last week. And Eddie Alvarez was laying out a pretty good case to take on Conor. It had me interested. Don't forget the part of the country that Eddie Alvarez is in. He's on the East Coast. He might be a Philadelphia boy, but they are coming to New York. There's something to be said there. I don't think Conor can make that date. I understand that. There's a report that came out. I think he had broke his foot. He's out for 6 months. But that just to clarify for you guys, that is a automatic as well as temporary suspension. If you have a broken foot, boom, you get 6 months. If you come in with a doctor's note that says you're clear to fight, that suspension goes away right then. I think New York's a quick turnaround. I also don't get the buzz about New York. I never have. I've never got it. For me, as a fan, and I'm a big fan, I really don't give a damn where they set that octagon up at. If there's a fight I want to see, I sit down on my couch and I push the same button. And I just couldn't care less. Let it go, make my body go. Make our bodies higher and higher.